Hello and happy Friday. I'm feeling a little bit better today. I did take a nap already since I woke up this morning, and so maybe that's why, but it's good to end the week on a good note with you guys. And also I think my iPad's working for about the first time this week. It wants to connect. I just shut it down and thought maybe it just needs a reboot, just like I do. I think we all need a reboot once in a while, so I'm gonna set my iPad down since it's working. Hey there, Lois, and hi, Shelly. Thanks for joining in. And so, yeah, my breathing's a lot better. My hives are still terrible. So I wish I could just take something that would numb my whole body so I wouldn't feel itchy all the time. When I sleep, it's hard to sleep because my body warms up from the blankets and then the hives come out. And the worst night was feeling like I was sleeping in fiberglass, literally. And so it comes and goes, and I'm normally a cold person, so I kind of like a blanket on me, but yet I don't want the warmth to stir up more hives. So it's kind of a tricky situation, but hopefully the steroids I'm on will start taking that away too. I read up on COVID symptoms, and hives are one of them, and hives could last for weeks after I'm done with COVID. So I hope that isn't the case. And yet if that's the worst thing I have, there could be a lot of other worse symptoms. So I guess that's not so terrible. Hi there, Linda. Hi, Tori. Thanks for joining in. So today I am on card number 10 out of 10 for February Stamp Camp. And today I'm making another simple card. And actually it's one that I had in the works and was planning to do this month, and kept kind of just putting it off, and something got bumped up. And so it's kind of funny how that works out sometimes, where I needed a simple card, and the one that I'd save like for last is probably the simplest of this month. So using Pretty Perennials, I love that big happy from there, and this is turned around for now, but I'm showing you how you can stamp on pretty paper. And so I've used the free Paper Blooms stamp, free Paper Blooms designer series paper, there we go, for different things throughout celebration. And just, you know, I've actually ran it through my embossing machine for you guys for the last party that I did, the last virtual party and such. So now I'm going to take a piece of that same paper and show you how to stamp on it and kind of decorate and add up some levels to just the paper. Hi there, Rosina. So let me turn my camera around here, and then I can get started on today's fun card. I like it because it's blue. So those of you that like blue, I know it's kind of funny because I know who my blue gals are now, because you can just tell you guys get super excited when I do things with navy or seaside spray or balmy blue. And then when I went on a kick of purples, then my purple fans came out like, oh, look at that. So it is kind of fun that I can kind of guess what you guys like. And so this the happy and the birthday come from Pretty Perennials. So I'm loving this. I hope that you guys aren't going like, there she is again. But when something's new, don't we all just like to keep it on the top of our desk and make lots of stuff with it? So I'm pulling out the happy and the birthday from there. And then these two small and larger sets of dots kind of coordinate for the little dots that are in here and in here too. So that is where that's all coming from. Oh, thanks, Kate. It's always fun to see you join in here from North Carolina. And Marie, too, is joining in from far away, too. So wonderful. Thanks, guys. And thanks for sharing my video. So, so that's where all of that on the front is coming. And that is from the mini catalog, page 31. So I already have a fun idea, I think, planned, and I'll be pulling this out again in the next month or two. And I will do some more with the dies, because the dies are fantastic too. And so far I've been using them a little bit, but I've really been using a lot of the stamps. Love that. And then the inside, when I get to that, because it's a birthday card, and because Celebration, guys, is ending in just a couple days, so approaching perfection. It has all sorts of different sentiments in here for birthdays, and I'm using the news flash. Birthdays found to be good for health. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live the longest. So that is from the free celebration brochure, and then Paper Blooms that I talked about right away. here is on the very beginning page. When you open it up, page 3 there, paper blooms. So all these fun big and small circles are from that. So let's get started with the card. It's another easy card. So those of you that don't have a cut and emboss machine, this is a type of card, or if you're new to my videos and go, okay, how do I get started? This would be a great card to get started with, because you don't need a lot of supplies for it. So even my card stock, like I said here, is very, very easy. Night of Navy, card base 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Opening this way. Yes, Marie, it is kind of sad that celebration is ending Sunday. So if you have orders that you want to place to get anything for free, order by Sunday. I'll say that at the end of the video again. Celebration's coming back in July and August, which is a first for that. For Stampin' Up! To give us that twice in 1 year. This is going to be for the inside, the basic white, and then I just have this. So you can see from my sample how I cut the 4 by 5 1/4, and you get this variety of circles and kind of the same sizing of big and small circles, just different colors. Still cut 4 by 5 1/4 from that same set of papers. So let me get out my Stampin' Pierce mat, and this isn't in any of the catalogs because Stampin' Up! Retired it, and then we all complained and they brought it back for us because we said nothing works like the Stampin' Pierce mat when you have photopolymer stamps. And so when I use my photopolymer stamps, like this one is a cling, you can see the rubber on there, and the rubber has that foam cushion. So when you have the photopolymer, there's no rubber cushion, so you kind of need the cushion here to give it a good stamp. And especially the larger or more solid the stamp is, the more it kind of needs that cushion. I always kind of say it just helps the ink to suck on to your paper when you use the Pierce mat. So I never feel like I need my Pierce mat when I have cling with the rubber on there, because it almost makes it too cushy, and sometimes I feel like it has more of a chance to catch the edges and get extra ink on, which we don't want, but it is perfect for photopolymers. So that's kind of how I let people know how I use it and why I use it and when I use it. So let me open up my Night of Navy ink pad here. And I'm just going to, if you can see here, I've put both the happy and the birthday stamp all together on the same block. Line that up, so then it's just one inking of that and one lining up, and then it's set to go. So I have that like so, and I have strategically placed my happy and such, happy and birthday, on the lighter of the circles, so that it shows up well. So hopefully when I cut all these for you guys that are getting my February stamp camp cards, you'll all have a very easy to read happy birthday on there, like so. So it helped to strategically do that. And then I have from the Pretty Perennials, like I said, the bigger and smaller little tiny dots. Those can be centers of flowers, but I thought, oh, how fun if I can take the bigger piece here and just kind of put that as the centers for my big circles. And then for my smaller circles, I think, yeah, it'll show up on the navy. See, my other card, I didn't have any real navy circles on there. And then even though this is a big circle, I kind of just wanted to put a little bit on there. So we have those little tiny circles. So that dresses up the card. So we kind of go from, I'll show you again, that plain circle piece of paper here to look at how that just kind of ends up getting filled in with all that. Just really simple, but how fun it is to stamp on pretty paper. And so I think this now is ready to just be taped on to my card already. Like I said, another quick, easy one. But sometimes it's like, man, we only have time for a quick and easy card if we have like an occasion that you want to get something out in the mail for or out the door for. And so sometimes to have ideas like this on hand or already made up is wonderful. So And then there's other days where you do want to spend a lot more time on a card, and that's kind of fun too. So for the inside, that's where I'm using from Approaching Perfection. I like this news flash because it just looks so like a news flash. Doesn't that look like something like that has been clipped out of a newspaper? I don't clip things out of the newspaper too often, but that's what it looks like. So yeah, it's fun to have new ideas to go with your paper now, Marie. So this I'm just going to put on the inside of my card here quick too. And that's just stamped in Night of Navy ink. That's the only ink that I'm using for today's card. So there's that. Now to dress up the front of the card, I thought let's pull out a little bit of kind of a ribbony look. And this is from the Well Suited Twine Combo Pack. And so I've got in that some basic gray and Night of Navy. So this kind of goes with that well suited, all the ties and such, which I have, and I can't wait to show you guys something made with that. But in the meantime, I'm kind of pulling out different accessories. I've pulled out the paper for you guys and made some fun cards with that already. So I'm anxious to use some of the stamps and dies because that's a fun one. When it's celebration, I try and put a lot of focus into the free sets and papers to give you guys lots of ideas, because then when it's gone and done, then I kind of set that aside and show you things that are current. So I was trying to get the most use for you guys out of the products that I could. So just a thin little wrapping. I wrapped that around there a couple times, and then there, I just want to straighten that out. So yeah, I've wrapped it around a couple times, so it just kind of gives a fun little accent there. And then for the card that I did for my sample, these are the champagne, I'll show you here, champagne rhinestone basic jewels. And with this kind of being the focus maybe of the happy birthday, I kind of thought those matched up really well. But then when I went to make your card, it's like, oh, look at this. Green's the focus here. Not that the champagne wouldn't look good with that, but I thought I've got all of these fun colors in my holiday rhinestone basic jewels. So I could take actually some of the reds, some of the blues, or even some of the pool party there, and add some of those jewels. And the layout's kind of the same. So I think, where's my take your pick tool? I love this take your pick tool. I should do a giveaway for some of you guys that don't have a take your pick tool and get some of these in your hands, because they are a game changer. Okay, so I'm just using the pool party here, which I think is a fun color for this, even though there's not pool party on my card. I love that the bluish green kind of helps coordinate all the blues and the greens on the card, and I think it's just kind of a fun pop that way. And it just kind of, the circles of that coordinate with all the big circles and the little dot circles that are on the card too. So hey there, Linda. Hi, Shelly. So that is today's really quick and easy card, stamping on designer series paper with the birthday sentiment to follow through in the inside from Celebrations Approaching Perfection. So let me get this turned around. It's hard to believe that I'd made it to card number 10. Thank you, Amy. Hard to believe that I made it to card number 10 before the end of February. I wasn't sure how that was going to go. So obviously I'm home and not going anywhere, so I'll be making up cards just because of my energy level. My goal is to have them ship out in Monday's mail, because I am really close, but I have realized that like I could feel good now. In an hour I might crash and need a nap, and I know you guys are super understanding about that. But just to give you a timeline, I am getting really close to having all 10 of the cards made up to get out for those of you that have requested the February Stamp Camp cards. So I am surprised that I'm staying on schedule as much as I have been, and I've been checking emails, text, and all that all the time, because with Celebration getting so close to the end, I want to stay on top of that so I can put all of your orders through for those of you that need help. But keep in mind, Sunday night, midnight Stampin' Up! Time, their mountain time, so 1 o'clock a.m. our time, that is the very last moment that you can place an order. There's only a handful of things that are completely sold out that can't be ordered. One of the more popular things is the strawberry bundle. And the stamp set can be ordered, just not the strawberry builder punch right now. So that's one thing that I've had to sadly tell people that that's sold out. And I think the pastel pearls are still sold out too. So, but if there's anything that comes up, I will keep you guys posted as you try and place orders and such. Thank you, Lois. Hi there, Nancy. So, yeah, celebration ends Sunday. You can still join. And yeah, I was trying to think. And then Monday is already March 1st. I don't know if I'll be live, but for sure that day or the next day I'll start doing live videos for March Stamp Camp. And if anybody's interested in being a hostess in March, please let me know, because then I put that in my March 1st email newsletter with your own host code. Things that are happening in March, there's exciting things happening. Thank you, Tori. And with March, there's a butterfly bouquet. It's kind of a sneak peek. Well, not kind of, it is a sneak peek. So there will be a bunch of products, and over the weekend, I'll probably put a little flyer on this Facebook page to give you a sneak peek look at what the stamp set looks like, what the dies look like, what all the fun papers look like. So that's something that will start March 1st for you guys to order. I think my shipment's coming over the weekend too, so my first demo will probably be using that. And so why it's a sneak peek is the annual catalog will be coming out May 1st, and that will be in the annual catalog. So if you're kind of like juggling like what to get now, what to get later, it's going to be available now kind of as an early release, but it will be in the annual catalog too. So kind of something to keep in mind. But after the celebration rush is over, then we always kind of go, now what? And so I think it's fun that they're giving us something new to look forward to. And then the end of March, as that gets closer, they will put out the retiring list for things that will be retiring out of the annual catalog. This mini spring catalog, that's fantastic. That will still go through June. But the annual catalog will be coming out a month early. This has been in the works before COVID, and I think it's so perfect that they're giving us an annual catalog a month early, because I think we are really looking forward to new products, and we're sending more cards, doing more crafting. So I think it's like it couldn't have worked out as a better time to have the annual catalog this year a whole month early. So just things are really going into place that Stampin' Up! Didn't know about, but I love that they're doing 2 celebrations for us. And like one of my customers just mentioned, to have celebration happen during this mini catalog, and then the next celebration will be happening during the fall holiday catalog. I think that's excellent too. So 2 great times to earn free products this year. And then, you know, like anything they do, it's a test market, so we'll see. But I think if things go well, that would be something that they might continue. So that's kind of what's happening, but good to be here with you guys. Have a great weekend. And like I said, I'll be back Monday or Tuesday. Monday's always a big day, the first of the month, with getting out my newsletter and making sure that all the information for the month is there, because I always like to put out just one newsletter. But there will be 2 emails, because once again, at the end of the month, when the retiring list comes out, I send out a special email just to keep everyone in the loop, because once that retiring list comes out, something to keep in mind, things go fast. So if you're wondering what might be retiring, I don't know specifically, but anything that has the in colors Purple Posy, Seaside Spray, Pretty Peacock, Terracotta Tile, and Rococo Rose, any of those colors, whether it be embellishments, papers, inks, anything, that will be retiring. So a lot of people go, oh, I need some re-inkers, or oh, I like that pretty designer series paper and it has some of the in colors, so I know that that will be retiring. That's some of my customers then start ordering that like before this weekend, so that they can get celebration freebies on top of that too. So kind of always that you got to be thinking. I'm always thinking like, how can I get the most bang for my buck if I'm going to be ordering anyway? So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll be checking in a lot over the weekend to make sure that I'm taking care of your questions too. So have a good one and see you next week. Bye-bye.